Florida man standing in his sunroof while driving his Cadillac down I-40.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Lorena Creole, of course, bringing you that spice to sci-fi and pop culture analysis. And of course, this is Sunday, so that means welcome to Florida Show, where we laugh, cringe, mock, whatever. About the second craziest state in the union. And I have my wingman, Culture Casino, with me, and our special returning guest, famous comic book author Mike Baron. How are you doing?
What's the first craziest state?
California.
Oh, all right. Can't argue.
Yeah, hard to argue with that.
All right. Well, glad you gentlemen are all here, because I did something really weird when I set up my StreamYard stream. I have to actually look over to YouTube to see all of the comments and everything. So let's see. I'm not ready to show that yet. Not ready to show that yet, but folks, we kick off the stream with the memes courtesy of the Florida Memes group on Facebook, which is hilarious. If you ever want to see Floridians just go at stuff, and God help the poor people who aren't Floridians who try to make fun of Floridians, it's not a pretty sight. Not a pretty sight at all. So first of all, happy Father's Day to all of the fathers out there. I hope you had a great day. Hope you barbecued a lot of protein and just had a ball being appreciated. So hopefully that happened for you. Let's see. Who do we have in the chat? Let's see. I see you guys still, coming on in. I see Hex Allen Comics, who says, "Heyo, Lorena Creole. Mike Baron is the cream of the crop." And you
Thanks,
are
Hex.
absolutely right. Absolutely right. I always love having Mike on the show. For those of you who do not know, one of the ways that I got introduced to Mike Baron was finding this Florida man graphic novel, and we're just like, is this for real? And we're like, hold up on the show, we're like, is this for real? Okay, we got to get him on the show. So Mike's been a returning guest.
we have to get this guy on. Look, this guy made my lunchbox. This old man got a lunchbox.
Look at that.
Look at that. Look at that. This is the last campaign from the first book. I'm stoked, man. Look at this. And look, I got this is Florida, kids. This is Florida in a lunchbox.
Mm-hmm.
So great. Loved it.
And can't tell you how many times where we're going through Florida man stories on this channel, and we're just like, does Mike have that one in a comic yet? We're gonna have to ask him.
There's no room in all the comics in the world. There's not enough room for all the Florida man stories.
I know. You know what? That's true. Especially not. You're very careful and meticulous about taking care with those stories and making them your own. But
well, thank you.
Stories. There's so many.
Some of them are a little too off color.
Ooh, true. Now.
Oh yeah. Some of them I'm like, can't put that one on the show.
And I would be happy to recite the headlines, but only upon request.
Oh, wow.
Man. Oh, well, let's see. We have Goof R35 in the chat. It says, hey there. Well, hello to you, Goof R35. Mark Daly says, happy Father's Day to all the fathers, and a special shout out to my own, who showed us all how it's done. 30-year engineer with a major American car maker, 55 years married to the same woman, God bless him, a roof over the head, food on the table, and clothes that fit for all 3 children every day. To put through U of M, and never any doubt any of that would happen. Thank you, Dad. So that is awesome, Mark Daly. Thank you.
Cool, Dad.
Thank you. And let's see, we have Keely Chow in the chat who says, "Hey, everybody, happy Father's Day." Well, happy Father's Day. And hello, Keely Chow. Got to say, roll tide to you. And D Nice Gamer says, "Hail Lorena, Culture, Mike, and chat. Good to see you." Dark Plato is here, says, "Hail, chat." Melissa Bell says, "Hi, everyone, and happy Father's Day to all of the dads." Let's see, Goof435 says he's got to get his flip phone.
I'm ready. I got my flip phone
Got
right here.
You actually got one. Oh my God.
I got my flip phone right here. There you go.
Wow.
I'm a flip phone.
Let's see. We have got E. Clay Thomason who says, "Hello, YouTube is acting weird again. Wasn't showing you in my feed." I had to do a manual search to find your stream live. Oh, that's weird. Need to fix that, YouTube. Let's see. Darth Plato says, "Happy Waterloo Day." Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh.
To commemorate Napoleon's major screw up.
What an unfortunate that last name.
Which
Napoleon?
one?
Yeah.
Napoleon? Bonaparte?
Bonaparte?
Yeah. Unfortunate.
I'm never going to look at that the same way again.
Sorry.
Well, thanks, D Nice Gamer. I see you throwing out all of our emoji chat that we got there. Yes, got all of them, and we love it. I see Tina Bojan, Bad Take Bojan, who says, "Good evening, friends. Good to see you." We got Keck44 in the chat. We got Aiken in the chat. He says, "Good day, everyone." As we all know, Florida is the Australia of the United States. So we love it when Australians are in the chat telling us, "Yeah, that sounds a lot like over here." And thank you so much, Scott Westbrook, for gifting all of those Lorena Creole memberships. Thank you so much, my friend. That's so generous. I appreciate it. Remember, as channel members, you guys get special perks. As a matter of fact, I was out at Universal today at the Minions Cafe, so you guys should have been getting a couple of pictures. And if you are at the Mediano Mafia level or higher, you actually got a video inside of the Minions Cafe. It is not officially open. It's kind of like soft open right now. So you get that video, and not only do you get to see what's in the Minions Cafe, but you get to see, which is probably one of the most fun and hilarious parts of that restaurant that you need to go and eat in. Let's just say there's a foosball table involved. Yeah. Hey, Real Wade Nation Clip says, "Hi, LOL, hi, Lorena, and Luscious Hair Culture Casino."
Hello.
There. See you there. Let's see. And I think we have got everybody. I believe everybody. Yep, we got everybody. All right. All right now. And thank you, Culture reminded me about those let's see. Gifted thank you, gifted memberships. Oh my God, I'm having a serious brain fart. Hey, Soul Assassin, good to see you. And Scott Westbrook says, "Lorena Creole, will y'all be having another meetup this October?"
That's the plan.
That is the plan. I don't see why not. May wind up being the same place because that was big enough to fit everybody. Actually,
it was delicious, and it was outside.
It was delicious. Lots of donuts. It was outside, and we brought him a good amount of business. So yeah, I will keep you posted about that. We definitely got to have another meetup. All right. Well, let's see. Since we got our guest here, why don't we go right into what he's got going on? So just yes. Man, I'm in a nostalgic mood. I'm sorry, because the Minions Cafe, all they were playing were like 60s and 70s songs.
That's
so fun. It was like the coolest
That's
thing.
Fun.
So, Mike, creator of Florida Man, what you got going on, my dear?
Well, right now, Bronze Star, Supernatural Western with Pat Broderick. And for those who are familiar with Pat's work, this is the greatest work of his career. It's astonishing. If you saw this art and you didn't know who the artist was and you're a comic book aficionado, you'd know instantly that it was Pat Broderick, but you'd say, holy shit, this is like Pat Broderick on steroids. And I think one of the reasons, there are two reasons. One is I asked Pat what he wanted to draw, and he said he wanted to draw a supernatural Western. And the second reason is I made him a co-creator of the property. So this is his own as well as mine. And his art is so intricate and detailed that we're offering an oversized black and white artist edition.
Oh wow!
He doesn't just draw the characters up front and neglect the background. I mean, you can see right there, he draws what's in the middle background and what's on the far horizon as well. His mountainscapes are astonishing. We're lucky enough to land a skilled colorist who can do justice to them. But if you scroll through there, you'll see that the art. But that's just two panels from a page, and the page is much larger. I mean, that's about half the page. But some of these pages have 7 or 8 panels on them.
Wow!
And every one is superbly detailed.
That's beautiful. Yeah. Oh my gosh!
I'm looking at that. I'm like, wow, that looks. I can't recall. I want to say like some actual like art that I've seen from like that time period, like in the 1800s. That's what brings back memories looking at that.
Would you play the video?
Yes, I most certainly would. That was actually my next thing.
Yeah. It is, but it's stunning. I mean, this is something that's easy to back. Look at that. You're already funded, but
yeah,
let's see how far
started.
Exactly. Just got started. Let's see how far we can get this thing to go.
Exactly. So folks, I'm going to go ahead and play this. Hopefully I was smart.
Civil War was America's bloodiest conflict. Okay, cool. Over 500,000 died to preserve national unity. When the war ended, Confederates like Harley Brogdon headed west, shooting game for the Army and gambling. When a card game turns deadly, Harley shoots in self-defense, killing the card sharp who threw down first. Wilfred Knorr, the card sharp's wealthy father, will stop at nothing to see Harley hang. Harley flees to Cobb's Gap, an old silver mining town at the foot of the Rockies. A remarkably peaceful town, especially after dark. But the sheriff harbors a dark secret, and no one dares go into the mines anymore. Cobb's Gap is full of secrets. People speak in hushed tones of something in the mine. Something worse than their cursed sheriff. Something even the Indians fear. Tired of running, Harley falls in love with a local widow with secrets of her own. But when Knorr's posse arrives seeking vengeance, the stage is set for a showdown with unimaginable horrors from the deepest pits of hell, and every secret will be exposed. Eisner winner Mike Baron and acclaimed illustrator Pat Broderick present one of the weirdest westerns that Comic Dom has ever seen. Bronze Star, a thrilling tale of love, revenge, and supernatural terror from the minds of 2 legendary creators. It's not the monster you're looking for. Order your copy at bronzestarcomic.com.
Wow.
Wow. This reminds me of I don't know if it was Creepshow or if it was Tales from the Dark Side that had something like that. It was like a Western, supernatural Western. And I get those same vibes from this book. This is really cool. And Soul Assassin says everybody loves a good Western. Yes, how popular was The Hateful Eight? How popular was Django Unchained, Tombstone?
Yeah, Tombstone still is a regular watch for me. Like I always go back to 10s. Yeah, I mean there's a handful of Westerns that I will always pick up and watch again because they are.
Me too.
They are everything. Yeah.
I have a list. I wrote about my top 10 Westerns on my Substack column. And the first one on the list was The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. which is both John Wayne and John Ford, and I think it's their masterpiece. Many people say it's The Searchers, but for me, it's The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, because it tells us so much about the taming of the West, and men who have outlived their time, and that the hinge that's happening right there. And that's the theme of so many of the greatest Westerns, like The Wild Bunch. Most of Peckinpah's Westerns deal with men who are out of time, who have lived past their time and don't know what to do because they never lived by rules, and now the rules are closing in on them. Civilization is closing in on them, and they don't know how to react. But they have a code of honor. The honors primarily to each other. But in the great Westerns, the cowboy's honor extends to women, children, the elderly, anybody who crosses his path. Gene Autry had a list of the cowboy's code, and it's very interesting. I've included it in a number of my novels, and it explains how the cowboy should behave. And it's really a guideline for any man who wants to be a person of outstanding character.
Yeah, I hear that, and I think of I didn't watch the original yet, but I went back and I watched the remake of The Magnificent Seven, because I'd always meant to watch the original, and I happened to search because I was like, I want to see the Magnificent Seven, but I wound up watching the reboot. But still, it was kind of like the same guidelines from what you were talking about, Mike. But still, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is one of my favorites.
The Magnificent Seven is in my top 10 list. The remake I have, and it's okay, but that director, Antoine Fuqua, is one of my favorite directors, not for that, but because of Training Day and The Equalizer and Southpaw, which is one of the greatest boxing movies ever made. Gene Autry's Cowboy Code. The cowboy must never shoot first, hit a smaller man, or take unfair advantage. He must never go back on his word or a trust confided in him. He must always tell the truth. He must be gentle with children, the elderly, and animals. He must not advocate or possess racially or religiously intolerant ideas. He must help people in distress. He must be a good worker. He must keep himself clean in thought, speech, action, and personal habits. He must respect women, parents, and his nation's laws. The cowboy is a patriot.
Wow. I'd never heard that before.
Gene Autry's Cowboy Code.
Makes a lot of sense. Gene Autry is around for a long time. He really understood it. I mean, really did. I mean, and consider this. I mean, there were a handful of cowboys who actually got to know people before they passed away from that era and talked to them on the regular. That's pretty cool.
Well, Wyatt Earp spent his declining years in Los Angeles consulting on Westerns.
Yep. A lot of people aren't familiar with that, dime store novels and all that. Yep.
Yeah, my dad used to talk about it somewhat because he loved Westerns. I was kind of like, not really, my thing to watch, but he loved it. It's like he loved cowboy culture. I always loved talking about it. Would watch a ton of them on television. I wasn't really interested until I saw the spaghetti westerns. For some reason, those pulled me in to actually watch. I can't put my finger on why.
There are so many Westerns, and so many we still have yet to see. True Grit is in my top 10. The one with John Wayne, but the one with Jeff Bridges is just as good.
Bridges, look, there are certain people that can be cowboys, and there's certain people that can't. Mm-hmm. Bridges can be a cowboy, and I have to tell you, the Tombstone, every single actor that they put in there was perfect. I've never seen
Tombstone.
Never seen casting like that. I mean, you've seen them put Westerns together, but I mean, even Young Guns, you're like going, maybe the casting's a little miss here. Maybe we missed a couple of these, but but
never saw it.
What? Really?
I've never seen Young Guns. Nope.
Well,
I'm trying to, and I didn't see the Cowboys until a couple of weeks ago. I watched it on TV.
The reason that I'm sorry, Mike. The reason I keep going back to those, and the reason that we're talking about them, is because this is really capturing the spirit of the Western. This is you guys doing the right thing. Clearly, I can't wait for this book now.
Well, thank you. In many ways, it's a very classic Western, but in other ways, it's completely different. And you'll know when you get to the end.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
It's just amazing how Westerns they're still popular.
They disappeared for a while, but I just saw an article saying that the Western is back, and they touted the success of Yellowstone.
Yep.
Which I have to admit, I love Yellowstone. I can't wait to see the sequels. I don't get Paramount Plus, so I have to wait till they come out on DVD or come to Peacock. Mm-hmm. But Yellowstone is a legitimate Western, even though it takes place in the present day.
I think that you'll love all of the subsequent follow-ups because they're very well done. I mean, and again, I think, one of my new favorite shows is Tulsa King. So, I mean, obviously Sheridan's doing the right thing. That's a guy that understands what he's talking about. He understands the story he's telling.
He's a great writer.
Yeah.
He also wrote Sicario. It's one of my favorite thrillers.
Sicario,
really cool.
I've heard
really cool
that's
film.
Really good.
Yeah.
There's a film on Netflix, The Harder They Fall. That's also Western. That is really good.
Yeah. But I mean, and somebody brought up in the chat, and they're 100% right. But I mean, this, you got Shades of Deadwood, right?
And I loved Deadwood too.
Yeah,
that was
310 to you. I've heard of that one.
You haven't seen 310?
No, I haven't. But I've heard of it. But I haven't.
They're both good.
They're both good. They're both really good. So
the thing about Deadwood is it made the most creative use of swear words I've ever heard in my life.
Swearinger. That's why.
Hey, Gary Banjo Sandwich Worthington. I see you. Says UK howdy all. And yes, Tombstone is extremely rewatchable. That's something I need. I need on 4K. Actually.
Yeah. It's beautiful picture. I mean, the cinematography, you can't beat it. It was shot with a love. I mean, in the scene where they're walking down the street headed towards the shootout, the famous shootout at the OK Corral, there was no words were required for that. It was just the shot, the scene with Doc Holliday, where oh boy, now his name just fell out of my head.
Val Kilmer.
Yeah. Well, no. But the scene where he's I'll be your Huckleberry. Oh boy. What's funny is people don't understand. Well, because they're unfamiliar with the language. Basically, you say, "I'll be your pallbearer."
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But another, I'm going off a little bit of tangent here. That's one of the reasons, why I like the anime Trigun. They actually pull cowboy culture into that anime, and it's like, wow, that's just like another cool twist on it.
So when are you set for delivery on this, Mike?
Well, the book is done. It's
right.
Completely inked. It's getting lettered and colored right now.
Right.
So we will deliver on schedule, just as we did with our last two books,
Amazing.
Private American and Thin Blue Line.
Yeah, amazing. That's by the way, that's one way to maintain a quality high-end reputation is delivering on time every time, dude.
Absolutely.
So people love that.
Absolutely.
Man, stoked.
Yeah, my pipeline is full. After Bronze Star fulfills, then we start the campaign for the second Florida Man graphic novel.
Oh man.
Let me show you this graphic, guys. I'm
really pleased with this one.
I love this. Dadman Walking is in the chat.
I'm
telling you, I see this and I think Putnam County because it's nothing but it's rural, it's flat, cows, pigs, chickens, who knows what's gonna come out of the woods. I was driving down 17 and I actually saw, it wasn't a wild boar, but it was something kind of like it just came out onto the highway out of nowhere. Just didn't blink. Just like, it happens here.
Okay. I'm sold.
It's great.
I'm already
That's not an inaccurate portrayal. There have been a couple of 1,000-pound feral hogs that have been shot. I got pictures of them. I got a picture of his kid who killed a 1,000-pound feral hog, posing with the hog. He's sitting behind the hog, and if you let me show you that picture, Lorena, because
okay. It's just hilarious because this is exactly the type of thing that would happen, in Florida. I can't tell you how many times I've been driving, and you'll see something come out of the woods.
All right.
And like, what the heck is that? What I think it is? I've seen a panther. I've seen,
take a look at your Twitter message.
Okay. Let me pull this up.
This is amazing. Man, I want this book. Oh my
gosh, this is hilarious.
I want this book. Oh my.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, I love that photo.
That's a lot of eating.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Everybody's bringing some home, and we're gonna be barbecuing and smoking.
Dude, you need a freaking tow truck to put that on a trailer. Good.
Oh, yeah. You need a crane.
Man.
And that's what they do in Florida Man graphic novel #2. To get it to the barbecue, they need a crane. I think they use an Air Force helicopter to lift it out of the swamp.
Wow. I want to see this so bad.
I do too. I'm telling you, it fits perfectly because I can't tell you how many times, like my uncle or whoever, they went out, shot something, whatever. Hey, you want so and so getting ready to,
on the big island,
break it apart. You want some?
Yeah, on the big island in Hawaii, they're praying for hogs like this.
Yeah. How big do they get on the big island?
They get pretty big, but they're well hunted. They're well hunted. Lots of, but nothing like what this thing's enormous.
Yeah,
it's nuts. Man, you'd be eating off that for a long time. I mean, how much back fat you think, Sarah? I mean, that's like a lot of bacon. You cut off the back fat, you got bacon. I mean, I'm in my mind, I'm butchering this pig right now. I'm telling you.
I have to admit that we're all curious what it would taste like.
Oh, delicious.
Yeah. That's if you smoke it right. Yeah, Goofar 35 says Florida bacon. Yeah.
But it's been, let me tell you this, 99% of the time, this thing's been eaten all natural the whole time, right? Occasionally, chewing on somebody's hood ornament or something, maybe. I don't know. But for the most part, this might be the healthiest pig you could eat, healthiest hog you could eat. Because, there's a lot of wild things. Oh, man. Florida's messed up with wild pigs like this. It's crazy.
Yeah, and it's Gary's curse to constantly be grappling with these invasive species, which also involves a Burmese python. I think.
Oh no!
We know about those.
It's a big subplot with the python.
Yeah, Gary's a great character, man. Everything in these books are great characters, dude. You're just making gold. I don't know. You're mining it somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Is Gary on the python? Is he joining the python hunt? Like the sanctioned python hunt?
Exactly right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm so happy right now.
I can't wait. We talked about the python hunt.
I can't tell you the unique Florida Man twist Gary puts on it. It'll be in the book.
Don't spoil it. Oh, I want this so bad.
This is going to be absolutely amazing. Man. And I can't wait to pre-order this sucker.
Mike, how many you've been putting out books all the time? Because I literally see book after book after book. Do you sleep?
Yeah, I do. And I can only do about 4 crowdfunders a year. But I'm also doing work for other people who commission me to write their material. In fact, I have a new publisher I'm working with who lives in Florida, and he told me today that they used to go out hunting feral hogs all the time to feed the family. And he still does,
Yes.
Oh yeah, and it's the way to go. I mean, honestly, I mean, there's a lot of good eating out in the wild. Let me tell you.
Yeah, it is. I mean, my mother's family, in Putnam County, they were like, we were, pretty poor, but we ate pretty good. It's like you go out and fish, you'd go out and hunt, and you'd bring like all of this stuff back. So they were always doing that. As far as they were concerned, it's like you don't go to a supermarket to get fish or to get meat. You go and get it. You go and fish for it yourself, or shoot it yourself.
Where the pythons are a real problem, which is why they have the python call. But I understand they're edible too. If they
Yes.
would catch on, if they would become a desired dish, that would help.
Yeah, that's what the state's trying to promote. Put python on
Also
your
iguana.
menu. Yep, iguana's the other one.
There's so much good eating out in them Everglades.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm hungry. Why'd you do that?
Send out for barbecue.
Well, the boss is cooking food. She'd smack me down if I would order barbecue right now.
So, all right. So you could keep us posted on when we can. I guess when you start the crowdfunder for this one, because we definitely want to talk about that on the show.
I do too. I love Florida Man. I'm plotting the fourth Florida Man novel right now. I'm finishing up the 10th biker novel, and when that's done, I'm going to start the next Florida Man novel. And I have a great twist for that too. I don't want to give it away. It's going to be a surprise, but I'm excited. And once again, it involves the Duke and Duchess of Ducats, which we know as Prince Larry and Princess Regan.
That's going to be funny.
In the last novel, Queen Elizabeth, God bless her, when she was still alive, summoned 007. And she said, make it look like an accident, like you did with Princess Diana.
Ooh. Oh, no. Oh, well, folks, we're definitely looking forward to... Darth Plato said Arkansas mascot. The Razorback. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
They do have their own claim.
Mm-hmm.
But is it a legitimate claim?
Yes. This is absolutely legit. And let's see. Dave Capel says the state needs to drop the humane thing with those big snakes. They'd be wiped out with all the people blasting them. People probably aren't thinking humane. Just like, we'll take them out, whatever. We went over the guidelines, the state guidelines for the python hunt like 2 weeks ago. So they want you to kill it in a humane manner.
Well, that's ridiculous. It's a snake.
Yeah.
So what's the approved method? Shooting?
What did they say? They said something about humane to basically kill them very quickly. I'm like, well,
kill it with formaldehyde. Cover its head with.
My uncle kills them quickly. One, swift cut with the machete, and it's over. Yeah.
Right.
All right. Well, Mike, do you have anything else to show us with regards to this?
No, but when we get ready to ramp up, it's going to be inescapable. The art, you had a glimpse of it. I'm excited about that. That's Matthew Weldon's art. And Matt did the covers to a couple of the issues of Florida Man comic that's in the stores right now. You can order the first 3 issues of Florida Man through your local comic shop. But beware, it says number 1, and number 3. Because they didn't print number 2 on the second issue, but you can tell just by opening it up that it's a continuation of the first issue.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, we are definitely looking forward to when.
I need more. I need a serial version of this in my life.
You're going to get it.
I need an animated show. I need a television.
Oh my gosh! Can you imagine the animated
movie.
Florida Man show?
I would love to see that. Well, I'm talking to a guy right now who might be able to do that. We'll see.
Good.
That would be so hilarious.
And I will voice act on this. I will do it.
Okay.
100%.
I'm actually doing some voiceover work for digital animation tomorrow. So,
where do you live? Are you in Florida?
No, I'm getting ready to relocate to Florida. But no, now I'm in the desert Southwest. Yeah.
Well, I'm in Colorado, but I've been to Florida many times.
I'm very Florida familiar and have spent years of my life there.
Or it just seems that way.
Well, 5 minutes seems that way. It depends on where you're at, but no, I'm doing a little voice work tomorrow. So
great.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, nice.
Anyway, sorry, that was coincidental.
I've never done voiceover work.
You
Someone
should.
told me that. Someone told me that I should. So I was like,
you have a great voice for it.
That's right.
Thank you.
You'll melt buildings with your voice, young lady.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Keely Chow says the animated Florida show needs to be on Adult Swim. That would be the perfect home for it, actually.
It would at least be a PG-13. I don't know whether it would be a hard R, although it easily could be. And there are moments in the novels that are hard R. Hard R. Like in the last novel, the prince goes gator hunting with Gary out in the swamp on a swamp boat. And the prince says, I say, old chap, I have to tap my lizard. Could you put me ashore? And Gary pulls over to an island and says, okay, but watch out for snapping turtles. So the prince wanders off into the undergrowth, and a moment later you hear this blood-curdling yell, and he comes running out, and his pants are down around his ankles, and there's a snappy turtle hanging on to the royal member.
You were warned.
And they have a video of it because they do everything with a drone to publicize that the prince is just a regular guy like you or me. And then they have a huge debate on whether they should release the video, whether it will help or hurt the prince.
Well, it's funny that you should tell that story because there's a story that a Florida man lost an arm to a gator while trying to pee behind a bar.
He's lucky. You know what I mean?
No, folks, I did not plan that. I just happened to I just happened to find it and Mike just started talking about it. I'm like, I gotta show this picture. Oh man. All right. So what we're gonna do, first of all, I have a link to Mike's social media in the description box of the video. Also, a link to the site where you can go ahead and back Bronze Star. You need to do that. The art looks absolutely incredible. So definitely go and back it. So Mike, can you hang around with us for a little bit more?
Sure.
Okay. All right. This is going to be fun, folks, because you know what we like to do. It's meme time. It's Florida meme time. First of all, thank you for the 30 of you guys here in the chat. We sure do appreciate the heck out of you guys being here, hanging out with us, and with our special guest, Mike Barron. So here we go with our first one. Just a shout out to all the Florida dads who received ties, socks, t-shirts, and underwear today. They tried. Take the gifts in good faith. But notice there's no ankle monitor on that list either.
No, not in Florida. But look, I'm going to tell you this. If I get socks, I'm thrilled. I know that sounds weird, but socks win. Because I go through socks like crazy, and I like good socks. So, you're not going to frustrate me.
especially if you get fancy socks, because I've seen some really nice socks out there. You know.
Well, and apparently there's like some underwear out there in the world that are $120 a pair.
What?
Yep. Yeah, I'm not sure I need $120 a pair of underwear.
That's funny because today somebody posted a picture of Elvis Presley's dirty underwear, which recently sold for $8,000.
What?
Yeah.
Where?
I think it was on Facebook. But if you Google Elvis Presley underwear auction,
no.
Yes. Let's try it.
No, I'm gonna try.
Oh.
That is just scary.
Here we go. Yes, indeed. Let me send you a picture.
That is just.
It would be no problem. There it is.
That is too funny. Here,
let
me get it. Wow.
Oh, and here's a good one.
This is too much.
Elvis diamond encrusted cod piece.
Now the diamond encrusted cod piece, I believe that.
There it is.
What?
I believe.
No.
I totally believe that. I just hang on 1 second because I'm sharing the wrong one. Wow.
Oh no.
$8,000.
I'm not paying. I want to know who paid that.
Some crazy collector.
Oh. Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah. When I hear there's people on eBay who will buy like bath water that somebody used or whatever, I'm just like, okay, there's a market for everything.
I'll show you something that's really crazy from my hometown of Madison when Elvis was in town. It's
I know E. Clay Thomas and it's not lingerie.
It's a commemorative plate. All right, there you are. Now you
I've heard of Elvis commemorative plates.
It's down at the bottom now. Elvis was cruising by a gas station and he saw two guys attacking a teenager, so he ordered his driver to pull him there. There it is.
Oh, okay.
He was riding in the second of two limos, which had stopped for red light. He was coming from a concert in Des Moines and had just arrived in Madison. Elvis noticed a young teen on the ground being beaten by two other youths here at the former Skyland service station. Elvis jumped out of his limo and moved quickly to the fight. They admitted later that they knew it was the legendary Elvis Presley who was standing in front of them in his classic karate stance saying, "I'll take you on." And of course, they said, "Are you the king?" And they all stopped to have pictures taken, and that was the end of the fight.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, now I'm thankful for this story. The underwear thing I could have done without for the rest of my life, Mike.
Did you see the movie that recently came out, the Elvis movie?
Yes, I did.
It was visually dazzling. I enjoyed it, but it seemed superficial to me. But perhaps people don't want to dig in too deeply to Elvis because it's not all great.
No, but it's a human life. I mean, we're not all smiles and rainbows. I'm just saying.
I just thought it was
some people are all rainbows nowadays.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying. Yeah.
It was good. It was good to see because, especially, he was. His before I was born, really. So for those of us who didn't know, I mean, Elvis is like part of pop culture. That movie was good to see, kind of like, granted, yeah, it kind of was superficial, but great information for somebody who, I didn't really know. And the only Elvis incarnation that I was familiar with was the Elvis in Vegas. That's the one I knew with the rhinestone outfit and everything. That's the only Elvis that I really knew.
The guy that played Elvis was phenomenal, and then of course Tom Hanks was the Colonel, and that was it was an endearing performance, if a little peculiar.
Well, then not nearly accurate, but
No.
yeah, and that's the other problem, right? Because the Colonel was a very serious man. But look, I mean, Baz did what Baz does. He sensationalized something.
Well, that was my favorite movie of his, and I've seen a bunch.
Yeah.
That was the first Baz Luhrmann movie
I wonder
that I had ever seen.
I wonder if there's any Elvis Florida stories. We need to look that up.
I think we should. I'm pretty sure there's something Miami related in there.
Gotta be.
There might be.
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
Very Floridian Father's Day barbecue. This is what you do.
Yeah.
And I think it's all wrapped in bacon too.
Well, that's actually, that's what you do. So, look, the best way to, how you make a pork loin? Wrap it in bacon. Oh. Yeah. Actually, and to make sure the bacon sticks, you take a really good, like, rich mustard, like a dark brown mustard, and you apply it to the back of the bacon. Then you wrap the bacon around the pork loin. Now, before you do any of that, you should probably stuff it, which means you push a little hole in it with a paring knife. You stuff a bunch of mushrooms and some habanero peppers and some other yummy stuff in there, like some Italian parsley and maybe some cloves of garlic. And you do that all over the pork loin. Then you roll it up in all that bacon and mustard goodness, and then you cook it.
Sounds like good advice.
I love a good pork loin. So, and look, if you give me that hog, I could butcher that hog 3 ways to Sunday. We'd be eating for years. A good time.
Pork loin. Usually I'm making pernil with that.
No. Stuff
like roasted pork loin or slow cooked pork loin and barbecue sauce in the crock pot.
Yeah, and the people that roll up their pork loin, that's sad. You make it all harlequin-y or whatever. No, don't do that.
When they roll it up and then they tie it.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, first of all, that's pork abuse. Do not do that. Just poke a bunch of holes in it at random. Put your stuffings in there. Wrap it all up in some good bacon and with some mustard on the outside. You dust it with your favorite seasons, of course, and then go to work. Because that thing gonna be good. It's basically Thanksgiving for pork, right? You stuff a turkey. It's like
that's
stuff.
True.
It's good stuff.
In fact, I'd rather have the pork loin than turkey.
Me too, man.
Yeah, that's something I tried to explain to people is that turkey is not really a Southern thing at all. And I used to think that I was weird because I was like, we'll have turkey for Thanksgiving, but we had other stuff, too. Like, your roasted pork, chicken, all that other, all that other stuff. Or if you had a turkey, you fried that turkey.
Oh yeah,
peanut oil.
Did you ever have a wild turkey?
You mean one that I shot on the golf course accidentally on purpose?
I haven't.
Have you?
I don't know. What's the statute of limitations on that?
Nobody's gonna come after you. I just wondered what it tastes like. If it's
well, again, it's just like anything that's wild, wild fed. It's a little more gamey. You get more density of flavor. It's not that consistent, turkey flavor that knocks you out. But it's any of those birds, anything that's actually a natural fed game bird is going to taste like, because turkey's a game bird. I know most people don't realize that, but they're a game bird. To be fair, I mean, a good wild pig, javelina, hog, way better.
I believe you.
Very rich meat.
I just say that wild turkeys are everywhere I look.
They are. Yeah. Well, wait, are you talking about the bottles?
No.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say, and I said, "Wait, no, not that."
I didn't think it was. No, I was
not that wild turkey. Although I had to say that because I have used wild turkey to make wild turkey bourbon meatballs, and also I think I made a carrot cake with wild turkey frosting. Literally,
wow!
I put the liquor in the. Yeah, man, that was some good stuff.
What happens if you marinate your pork loin in wild turkey?
Wow. Actually, you probably get a really rich palate there.
You would, because I marinated a turkey in rum.
What is
My
that?
wife Ann saying no.
What are they cooking?
So pretty.
Alligator, my dear. An alligator wrapped in bacon.
It looks terrible.
It's delicious.
Why?
It's delicious.
I think it's a turtle there too. Hold on.
I think so too. Yeah.
It's either a turtle or a chicken. I can't tell.
Yeah, I'm looking at the shell. Like, yeah, that's kind of.
Why would you grill the shell?
You look like, well, it looks like a shank, and it's probably a chicken, but it looks. I mean, if I'm looking at what this is, but you can't really grill the shell, by the way, on a turtle.
Yeah, I'm like the shell. You kind of, you use that in soup. At least that's what my nana would tell me.
Mike has bad knees. Yes, you can definitely. Oh, by the way, yeah, if you can inject booze into any meat, go to work. I mean, you totally can.
I should have did that with my turkey.
Well, Raina just flipped y'all off. Did you see that?
But no, I didn't. I scratched my nose.
I'm just kidding. I mean, maybe not. It looked pretty much like you were giving him a redneck salute, but all right. What is that?
No, but yeah, I used to get like a turkey. I made it one year. I made it for Thanksgiving. I had turkey that I marinated in Captain Morgan Black rum, maple. I had oranges, limes, lemons, rosemary.
Hardcore spiced, baby.
That's the only one. The rum you can't see through. Yeah.
Sounds great.
It sounds very delicious. I'm excited now.
It was so good. It was so good.
Sprite is a common injectable into a lot of different meats, bird meats.
Really?
Yeah. Huh. You can marinate chicken and many other things in Sprite. I'm sorry, I'm giving away all my cooking stuff. I apologize.
Well, happy Father's Day to all the Florida dads who do it all in one trip, especially at Publix.
Yeah. You know what? You bringing in the groceries, you're just one trip. One trip. I don't care if you got to carry a pallet of water somehow. One trip.
Balance that stuff. You can do it. You can totally do it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Education is important, but having an awesome fishing boat is even more important.
Yes. True story.
Look at that, 4 outboards.
That thing books, right? I'm not sure he's really fishing. I think he's just like either drug or gun running, but whatever.
I was going to say, remember about 2 weeks ago, we showed that video of the Black Hawk helicopter. And
dude, Mike needs that video. Dude was having a bad day. He's out running the shore patrol, and he's out running a Black Hawk helicopter. It was in his. It's too bad it wasn't a cigar boat. He'd have had a chance, but
it was pretty bad.
I'm sorry, I missed it.
I'm gonna have to see if I can. Let me see if I can find it.
By the way, nobody is on the deck of that boat, so if that boat's a rocking, don't come a knocking. I'm just saying.
Let me see. I think I have it.
You still have that? It was so good.
I think I have it. I don't throw anything away, man.
Oh.
I keep everything.
Ooh.
Let me see. Do I have that? Do I have that? No, that was from 7.
Oh yeah, dude, that's a syrup runner right there. From Canada.
Did you say a syrup runner?
Yeah, coming down from Scotia.
Oh, okay. I got it. If it stops blinking on me.
Blinking?
Yeah, it's trying to not behave on me. But I got it. Okay.
Right. Mike needs to see this.
He claimed. So this is in Miami Beach. Just another day. So they had the Black Hawk helicopter.
Dude's not having a day.
Like, is this the third stringer drug runner? Because he's not.
Wow.
Great. Yeah, there's a little business with drugs in the new Florida Man graphic novel, too.
Oh, I love it. Gary's getting in trouble again.
Again.
Well, thank you for having me on, Lorena.
Oh, well, you are more than welcome.
Mike, you're great, man.
Thank you.
You're very talented. Can't wait to get the next book. Very excited about this Western horror. I'm a big fan.
Yes.
You are a very talented man. Your name is spoken around all the time. So.
Well,
you don't realize lots of people throw heap praises upon you on many streams that I'm on. So there you are.
Thank you, sir. Love being here. Thank you, Lorena.
You
I'm going to send you another book.
All right. Thank you so much. Looking forward to it, my dear. Thanks, everybody. Please do follow Mike Baron, back his book, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, you got to back that book. I you know what? When we're done with the show, I'm backing the book. I'm going to see if I can get. If he didn't even show off any special stuff. If like if he's got a lunchbox, I'll do that. You know.
Yeah, I think he kind of like kept that.
I think he's holding it back. He's holding it back.
He's holding it back.
All right.
He's holding it back. But it's all good. It's all good. I cannot wait I'm definitely backing Bronze Star, but I can't wait for the next Florida one. Cannot wait for that. So let's see. There's 26 of you folks here in the chat. We're gonna finish up our memes here. We only have a few more left before we close out the show. Let's see.
Oh,
yeah. Hang on. I'm smart. Okay. How to cancel your cable like a Floridian. Happy about the service so we can resolve this for you. I am going to prison. Sorry to hear about that. Let me go ahead and process it. Oh, I freaking love Florida, man.
Yeah, all he had to say was, "Hey, get me a pardon. I'm going to prison. Get me a pardon." Maybe that would have worked. You don't know. He didn't go far enough. You know.
Yeah.
Fund my appeal. Get me a pardon. Several things you could do about that. That's for me. Man, Mike Baron's great.
Yeah, he's awesome. I love having him on the show.
No, wait, I gotta get that on my flip phone.
Get it on the flip phone. Get that on my flip phone. You have to be holding something from Publix too.
I don't have. I can't get to Florida soon enough. I'm be holding my freaking. Oh gosh, those cinnamon rolls. My Lord, need one of those right now.
The cinnamon rolls, the macarons,
those turnovers. I just okay. Yeah, no, I can do
the guava and cheese coffee cake. You can't get it anywhere else, and I'm like. Guava, man, I freaking love Publix.
I'm starving. Why are we doing this? I've been hungry this whole show.
And our last one here, I'm not so sure about this Uber ride in Palatka. First of all, number one, it's Palatka. Number two, I know exactly where this street is. And number three, I think I have seen this hearse before.
I love it. It's true though. It is your last Uber ride. You paid for somebody to carry your butt to the grave. You know what I'm saying? 1,000% accurate. Bam.
Oh my God. This is down the street. Well, road, not really street, across the road and down the street from my Putnam County aunt's house.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
You know, but look, first of all, this has style. I have to tell you. This has a lot of style. If you're gonna go
like this. This is as funny as I forget which commercial it was, but they were playing Queens, Another One Bites the Dust, and it turns out the guy was driving a hearse, and that's what he was playing. It was the freaking best.
Oh no.
Oh man.
no.
Oh, Aiken, thank you so very much for that Australian $7.99 super.
Oh,
I can't highlight it because StreamYards is being a complete jerk.
Aiken.
But
Yeah.
Aiken for $7.99 Australian dollars. Thank you so much, my dear. Says, thanks for the laughs, Lorena and culture. I'm repainting the Eagle Moss Battlestar Galactica Viper MK7 as I'm listening.
Oh man, the Mark 7's beautiful. Okay, look, anybody, first of all, I don't have those skills, but I love Battlestar, and I mean the lore in Battlestar is so deep, and I used to used to hang out with Drew doing that show every week where we were talking about like the reboot of Battlestar, and now they're going to do it again, and I'm like going, first of all, the first one was awesome. The reboot was great. You cannot, there's no way to compete with that. Whoever decides to do Battlestar next is going to screw it up.
Yeah, because that Battlestar, I wasn't too keen about the reboot, but then when I saw it, I got hooked.
Yeah. Oh, that was the last time we had a writer's strike, by the way.
Oh.
It was interrupted by a writer's strike, if you think about it. Yep. For what it's worth.
And well, folks, as always, thank you so very, very, very much for hanging out with us here on the Welcome to Florida show. Again, if you are a channel member, there are photos and a video of the soft open of the Minion Cafe at Universal Orlando. It's only been open 2 days for their soft open, so you get to see what it looks like inside, and especially the extremely disrespectful drinks that they have there. I mean, disrespectful, definitely non-alcoholic, disrespectful. Let's put it this way. If you put buttercream on top of soda, that's automatic disrespect.
Well, it's automatic 4 inches on your waistline, but that's, different conversation.
Yeah.
What's disrespectful in the real sense is the drinks they give you at Onga's Cantina in freaking Galaxy's Edge. Those drinks they're tiny and they're gross. There was one I sampled. I've now officially sampled every one of those drinks twice. Mm-hmm. Only one of them is okay. Everything else you're paying $20+ for something that just is bleh.
Yeah, that's the only. Which one did you drink that was okay? That may be the one I got.
One with the that's like mostly like a sugary lemon finish, and I forget what it's called. I have it in my notes, but I don't have those here. But
okay.
But I mean, then the one I've now had the drink that turns your lips and tongue numb like twice.
Oh, the fuzz, the whatever the thing.
It's just gross.
It's, and
from everything that I've heard about the people who have experienced the food on the Galactic Star boring thing,
the pink, the blue shrimp, and not in a good way. Yeah.
No. There's a lot of people telling me none of the food's good. And if I'm going on a cruise, food's got to be good. That's default position for a cruise. If you're going on a cruise, default position, food good.
Yeah. That's how it's supposed to be. It's very rare that there's a miss, but you expect the food to be good. And someone had tried to say, well, you keep talking about the food. I said, yes, because if you're going on any kind of cruise or something like that, the food needs to be attractive. I've seen better looking and better tasting food at Panda Express, and I feel like I'm insulting Panda Express when I say that.
Disney, even on their basic boats, like their basic B boats, like the ones that were the originals, the Magic and the Wonder, right? You roll into their dining rooms, you're getting served up something delicious, right? If you roll into their upscale restaurant where you have to upcharge to get in there, the Apollo, right? That thing is 5-star quality, right? That's Michelin star quality stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you should expect on a cruise.
Yep.
You know what you ain't getting on those Galactic Star boring thing. None of that. No,
you ain't getting that.
You're not even getting Waffle House. It doesn't. Everybody who's been on it that I've talked to is like, no, the food's not great. Okay, well, look, I'm not going to spend $4,000 to $6,000 on that. Not doing it.
Nah. An interesting note: Disney did not get any Michelin stars.
That's
recently.
Well, of course not. You know why?
I think only one of the restaurants in the Swan and the Dolphin did.
Well, I mean, look, the California Grill isn't any good anymore. I mean, there's a whole
lot. Ever since the chef left, that place has not been the same.
And they've gone to that prefix bullshit. Nope, I'm sorry, I cursed. I apologize, but I'm angry about it. You know me, I like food.
I know, and it used to be. I know we kind of going off on the side here. It used to be when I would go to Disney, it was like I couldn't eat enough because it was all like so good. And then it got to the point where it's just like, no, I'm not gonna eat that. I found better food at the food court at Pop Century. No slight towards them because it is good.
Yeah,
Art of Adam. It's good.
Well, and look, I mean, you need to get me excited, right? And so here's the weird thing. If you've been at Disney long enough that the dining plan becomes a chore, they're not feeding you right. They're not feeding you good stuff. You didn't get proper food. And that, and the last couple times I had the dining plan, it was like, oh, I can't eat all this food because I'm not interested in it.
No. That's why, and of course, I talked about this. I said, just look at the menu and save up the money.
All right. Well, I apologize for tangenting off because we were going to cut it short because it's Father's Day.
We kind of did that because I will say, with the experience that I had at the Minions Cafe, because I brought Camera Girl with me who grew up watching these movies. She loved being there. She loved the experience, the ambiance, everything. I'm telling you, the break room, totally themed like a break room at work with all the policies and procedures and stuff. You're supposed to have. The sight gags are insane. Let's just put it this way: they've got a vending machine in there that's got a fart gun in it.
Did you buy it?
No, because it didn't really work. It was just prop. So it had like bananas, other stuff, fart gun, chips.
I'm bummed out.
I know. I would if I could use it, but no. But I did see Gru, Lucy, and Vector checking it out. Yeah,
man. Yeah, Vector needs work, bro. That he's like out of his mind.
Yeah, he's a little nuts. But yes. So from what I hear, Minion Blast is supposedly going to open to pass holders in July, I believe, early July, and then to everyone in August. Yes, there's some.
They pushed it forward a lot. It must be.
Yeah, they pushed. Yeah, there's from what I was watching PC Dev's video, there's something with like with it not getting enough power, and then there's a couple software things, like glitches they're trying to work out. So that's what they're doing, but it's close. It's really close. They did the smart thing. They opened up like all the merch locations that's there. I couldn't get through. There's so many people in there.
Wow.
Bake My Day.
Wow.
It's so kitschy. They've got like macarons and stuff in there. Bake My Day, freeze pops.
Food. Stop talking.
Popping it. Sorry.
Starving. Part of starving, don't you understand?
Oh God! Well, folks, we're gonna let Culture get some food.
Thank you.
Matter of fact, I need to get some food too. I totally forgot that I did that. So, folks, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Please do follow and subscribe to Culture Casino. You have a show this evening, is that correct?
Yeah, we're like coming up on it about an hour and 45 minutes from now, I think, if I'm doing math right. Lorraine is actually going to show up. This is the late night culture stream. I'm a little looser in my language. I might use a bad word or two. My panel is unhinged and untethered, so we end up talking about all kinds of stuff. Tonight we'll be doing a tight 90 minutes because it was a long day. It was a very long day. Happy Father's Day, everybody. We are blessed with riches of fathers and all that they have done for us as we've grown up. So at least in my experience, so I'm very thankful on this day. So there you are.
Yes. So props to all of you dads out there, and take care, and we will see you next time. Bye.